Would somebody please order him some headlights and just send them to him? I think it's time that we show the white car a little bit of love. For those of you that are new to the channel and don't know this car, this is Andrew's 91 LX Coupe. And tonight we got to do some maintenance on this thing. So we're going to be putting a rack and pinion on this car. So the power steering rack is dripping bad, as you can see right here. So this thing's dripping, and we're going to go ahead and replace this thing. We couldn't find one in stock anywhere, so we made a phone call and Papa T hooked us up with one that he's had for yeah, probably about 5 years at least. But it is brand new, never been used, been sitting in the back of his car I think forever. So we're going to install this tonight. We are going to do some time lapse for you guys, and we're going to hang out a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit of trash, because when Andrew gets his car finished, we're going to be running this one and the red car here pretty soon. So like I said, tonight it's not all about this. We will give you some tips and some tricks on it for sure.
You just gotta find a road with long enough shutdown, you know.
I actually have a video, and I'll put it right here for you guys, where we did a steering rack on the red car. So if you want to know how to do it, I went a little more in depth. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and pop the wheels off this thing and get started. I will show you guys this though, because I know a lot of you haven't seen. Look how clean this thing is. These are the kind of cars that we tend to find down here, and I'm not trying to rub it at anybody's face. I know you guys in a Rust Belt, you know, you don't really see them like this very much, but down here, honestly, this is what we typically see. So this thing is super clean. This is one of the main reasons why Andrew bought this car. And it was originally an AOD car, but it is now a 5-speed. It's been a damn good one, I gotta admit. At the end of this video, we're gonna talk about our race, and I'm gonna show you guys what his car ran in the 8th mile and what my car ran. I think you're gonna be surprised. It's gonna be a pretty tight race. All right, we'll catch you guys then.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
They're back.
Closely, you can see all the spider webs hanging. Look, they're steady coming up and down. Still got a time lapse going over here, so you're about 1 minute into your time lapse here, and it's more black widows. Guys, I don't know. We don't know what the problem is here. But I don't know if you can see all of these little tiny webs, but there's just hundreds of them. Look at the spiders. We have brown widows and black widows all in this car. It's ridiculous. And they actually hatched out again on us the exact same way they did on Andrew's black car. And if you don't believe me, check this out. All this up here, let me zoom in for you guys. I can get up high enough. All of those were baby black widows or either brown widows that hatched out on us once again when we were working on the car. Anyway, guys, I know that's not what you're here for, but I'll be damned if he's going to the dollar store to go get more cans, and we're gonna bomb the whole underside of this car and then try to finish this thing up. The problem is now, since we started spraying, we had one can and we started spraying, and now they're just running everywhere. They're going crazy, up and down. Check this out, look. Up and down, up and down. Look at this. There's one, look. There's one. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead, bomb this thing. We may not finish it tonight. I don't wanna deal with this. I'll get back to you guys after a while. All right, so after the battle with the spiders, let me go through what we did here. So basically, we just took our ball joints loose right here, hit this piece with a hammer, and these will just drop. Okay, so we got that done. Take your bolts out right here. It's pretty easy. You will have to put a wrench on the back side. Let's go over here. There we go. See that hole there? So there is a bolt that goes all the way through, so you have to hold that. And then you have a bolt up here for your steering rod right here, up there. So we took that out. And pretty much that's it, guys. You start sliding everything out. We're gonna take this one out right now at the rag joint. And that should give you enough movement where you can get this thing going out a little bit. Anyway, these steering racks aren't the most fun thing to do, but they're not super hard either. But the problem we've been running into is dealing with spiders again. I think we've got them pretty much under control now. Let's see, it's coming loose here.
Yeah, well, it's coming loose, but the whole sleeve is.
All right, we'll have to pry it from right here. So once you get your rag joint loose, you just kind of have to pop this. Okay. All right, now it should come out. Yeah. All right, let me put this down so I can help Andrew. We're gonna try to knock these sleeves back in, or either get them out, either way. That way we can get this thing out. I'll get back to you guys in just a second. So after a little bit of persuasion, you can get your steering rack down, and then it gives you a little more room so you can come in here and get these. So
Round that line off.
yeah. So do what you got to do. I know not everybody has a rack, and that's fine. Honestly, it's not much harder on the ground because you don't have to have something to pick up so high to be able to hold what what you're working on. But overall, it's not too bad. Anyway, you guys know what to do. Those two right there. Look at Andrew's muscles. Look, he's blowing up on it. Oh yeah, baby.
About that far from knocking myself out.
You got it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get these two off, and guys, we're gonna put the other rack back in it. Like I said, not a step by step. We're just really hanging out tonight. I have a video on this, like I said, so I've already linked it for you guys up top. But it is nice to be working on the Arctic Fox, even with all of its black and brown widows. All right, so let me give you guys a tip here. See how this has an opening on the inside? This shaft here, this part of the inner tie rod, was actually flush with that hole. When we put those back on the new rack, we're just gonna flush them out the same way. We thought that this was gonna have outer tie rods as well with all new ball joints, but we're just gonna have to use what we got now. I think those are okay, but we're gonna reuse them. But as you can see right here, see how that bolt is pretty much flush? So we're just gonna back these off and put them on the new rack, and we should be good as long as we keep them close. Now,
There's no swapping a ball joint or anything, there ain't.
yeah, so the ball joints look pretty good. I think we're all right there. But obviously, anytime you do anything like this, you need to go get your car lined up. And I'm sure Andrew's gonna go first thing tomorrow morning and get his car lined up. Andrew's all about getting his shit lined up. Andrew's ready to go. Check that out. Well, uh-oh, this one's got spider webs too. It'll be right at home. Look at that. So all we're gonna do is screw these in until they're flush, just like that. Screw it in until it's flush. That's a good rough-to-mint. You like that, don't you, Andrew?
That's a good word, man.
It is a good word. Putting the finishing touches on this right now. Let me go over a few pointers with this rack. Like I mentioned before, you know, one of the things is you need to try to match things up as best as you can. You know, at the house, we obviously don't have any way to really align this thing other than like strings and stuff. But he is going to take it and go get it lined up, believe it or not, guys. I promise you, he is.
He ain't gonna have a choice.
Yeah, he ain't gonna have a choice because it's probably gonna be pretty bad. But anyway, a few things to mention here. It's easier to put your lines on right here, like with the rack down like we had before, and then push everything up. Just remember to make sure that your steering wheel, get somebody up there in the car, make sure your steering wheel is straight, and then make sure you have an equal distance. Make sure you have an equal distance to the end here. What I did was pop a measurement from here to right here just to get us close, because these racks sometimes are extended more that way or this way whenever you get them used. So make sure they're even, make sure your steering wheel is straight, and you should be good. Anything else you want to add, Andrew? Don't do this job?
Yeah. Well,
Andrew,
it really ain't that bad.
Yeah. Andrew was like ready to throw stuff, but it's not really that bad.
Just getting the only aggravating part is getting to the line.
Yeah, the lines up here are pretty hard.
Other than that, it's basic.
Yeah, and we pretty much forgot. We were gonna let him put the lines on while it was out here. Now, I will say that's gonna make it a little more difficult as you go to try to push it up and spline everything up here. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and put the wheels on this car, and we're gonna talk about our race that's coming up.
Did you already tighten them up?
Yep, everything's tight.
They look run down.
You know, it's been a while since we've done this right here, Andrew.
No, wait for me.
Go full, hey, go full lock to lock. All right. No leaks, no drips. Yeah, now it just needs to be washed. And yes, we know Andrew needs some headlights. All right, so we're starting a GoFundMe for Andrew.
Look, man, I
And
keep
so-
forgetting.
He forgets. Would somebody please order him some headlights and just send them to him? Andrew, give him your phone number and your address. Go ahead and do it.
8675309.
This power steering pump was hollering. He's actually got a new one. Where is it at? Somewhere over there. So he has a brand new one right over here, but we thought that's what was leaking. So he bought one, and we got the thing up on the rack, and we realized, oh no, it is the rack itself that's pouring. Now, he probably does need to go ahead and put a power steering pump, but I think this one will be fine for a while. So anyway, with all that being said, this is our go-to. And guys, I know a lot of you by now know who Project Farm is, but if you don't know, go check Project Farm out on YouTube. This stuff, I'm telling you, nobody wants to believe me. They think I'm just trying to sell it, or it's just some snake oil. This motor coat is the damn truth. I'm gonna sit it right up here just because it's that important. It just needs to stay right there. We put that stuff on everything. No, but seriously, we put it in our power steering pumps, put it in the oil. This stuff works wonders. Now, I know you can still hear the power steering pump, but it quietened it down by probably what, 50% at least? 50, 60% from what it was. And if you give it time to work in, it's probably gonna actually be completely quiet. Anyway, all right, so me and Andrew are gonna be running our cars here pretty soon. So what I'm gonna do is put something up on the screen for you. We'll show you what the red car ran its best time, and then we're gonna show you what his car ran its best time. This is gonna be some good runs, I'm telling you now. So we'll probably
fastest on YouTube.
yeah, I mean, this is gonna probably be the 2 fastest cars really ever shown on YouTube. And we're gonna let you guys see this. You don't have to pay to watch this. And as you can see, they're pretty much identical. Now my car has a B cam, which honestly probably hurts power, but his car is completely stock. He's got smog pump and all that. He's over there making a face.
I'm putting a short belt on it.
He's putting a short belt, that's fine. Drag radials, he can get it, baby. I'm gonna scan Andrew up, guys. We gotta do it in the retro
On
Fox.
his Lamborghini.
Andrew's got this lightweight race coupe, and I got that big old fat body GT, but that's all right. We're gonna turn them loose. Anyway, guys, seriously though, stay tuned for that. I know I feel like I got stuff all over me. Stay tuned for that race. We are gonna do it. It'll just be something fun to do. We've got a couple things coming up. Oh yeah. Andrew hates this, by the way. we got our solar wing. Got the solar wing full of retro Fox, so we'll be slapping that thing on here pretty soon. Yeah, Andrew don't like it. That's fine though. He wasn't around in the time when those were cool. Andrew says he's glad. There's like 0 point in you doing that. Look at the rest of the car.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly what it.
I don't know. I'm just doing something, man.
Obviously. I mean, that looks good. That spot does look good.
They don't actually.
What is this? What did you do? All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. And as always, thanks for watching.
Big Dan.
Nakia, nice to meet you.
You too, buddy. I got something for you.
All right.
They haven't been around. They don't have their good soul.
If you take the plug wire off of the cap and you put this in there on a terminal, and then the other one just stick that one in it. And because it's got carbon black, it'll conduct. Really? Yes. And here's what you do then. You hook it to ground, or I usually use a negative battery. Okay?
Yeah.
And as the car's running, you got a miss in it, okay?
Yeah.
Just touch each one of those, and the cylinder that the RPMs don't drop on,
Yeah.
that's the cylinder that's
So
missing.
touch that.
Yeah, just till you see a little spark.
It's pretty cool. I didn't know that was
I
connected.
can show you on this car.
Basically what it is we're just grounding it out to the battery, and if the car changes tones whenever you touch it, that means it was firing, or at least firing somewhat. But anyway, it's just our way of testing that. We're going to turn all the lights off in the shop though, and we're going to let the car run and see if we can find like any arcs or sparks on the plug wires. In case you don't know, because I just kind of started this up randomly, Andrew's car has a slight misfire.